YTBC, what's the deal? So my prediction was right until the 10th round happened when Lucas Brown landed the right hand and he knocked out Ruslan Chagaev. I had to fight 6 rounds to 3 going into the 10th, with Chagaev having a 10/8 round in the 7th. The fight starts out, both guys kind of feeling each other out. I was rather surprised that Chagaev took the initiative and started to walk Lucas Brown down. You would think a guy with the longer reach and taller would be the one walking the other guy down, especially he's the one that's known as a knockout puncher, having 20 knockouts in 23 fights. But Brown, he came in shape. That's the first thing that caught my attention, is he came in this fight in shape. His career lowest, I believe. I'm used to Lucas Brown coming in at, 273, 268. And that's the Lucas Brown I thought I was going to see. But, I credit his training. His training is what got him through in this fight. I thought that he was turning Chagaev pretty decent. He was turning him and using his jab. He was staying away from Chagaev's left hand. He was trying to do that. But Chagaev was closing the distance. He was slipping Lucas Brown's jab. And he was able to land that left hand, and the shot that knocked Brown down was that combination of right hand to the body, and then he came up top with that left hand. Brown didn't see it coming. Brown was just focusing on that right hand to the body, and up top he got caught. But like I said, his training is what got him through, because he got up. You could probably debate. I thought the ref was going to jump in there and stop it, man. Because when he got up, he was getting beaten across the ring. He was stumbling. Then he went against the ropes. Had there been like another 30 seconds, he probably could have got stopped in that round. But credit to Brown and his chin. He held through. I thought he was getting outboxed. I thought he was staying on the outside, playing it safe. Something I didn't think he was going to. I thought he was going to walk Chagaev down, man. But I believe the counter, when he was getting countered off of Chagaev's slip, when he would slip his shots and he'll counter him, I believe that's what kind of got him off balance. He could never get his front foot game going in this fight. And I didn't think him fighting on his back foot would win him the fight. And it wasn't winning him the fight until the 10th round. I think Chagaev, being poorly conditioned, he hasn't been around that 230, 235 range for about, what, 4 or 5 years. I don't have it exactly in front of me, but like 4 or 5 years now. And he's been increasing his weight, man, or he's been real inconsistent. He'll drop down to 242, hop back up to 248, then go back down to 242, hop back up to 250. This fight he came in heavy, 248. I think he's at his best at 230, but I think those days are long gone, man. His first pro fight was in 1997. So although both guys are similar in age, Chagaev has been around, been a pro fighter, amateur background way longer than Lucas Brown. So Brown power carried him through the 9th round. I thought he was getting beaten to the punch and out quick. And then the 10th round came. I thought he was fighting a decent round. Brown was, and then he started going on his back foot a little bit. Then he caught Chagaev with the right hand and put him down, a right hook. Chagaev got up. Brown walked him down to the ropes, finished him. He was up on unsteady legs. He got finished on his feet. I'm cool with the stoppage, because it looked like he was just going to continue to get teed off on. But this fight was a part of that WBA tournament. And the next fight for Lucas Brown is Fres Oquendo, supposed to happen in June. Oquendo lost to Chagaev, so I'm going to pick Brown to win this fight. Oquendo will move. He's going to move a lot. He's not going to walk forward towards Brown the way Chagaev was. He's going to move, so Brown's going to have to utilize his front foot game. I'll be surprised if Oquendo came out and tried to walk him down. Another fight tonight that's a part of this WBA tournament is Luis Ortiz. Well, it's not a fight tonight, but Luis Ortiz, one of the fighters in this tournament, is fighting tonight against Tony Thompson. I expect him to win that fight and go on to fight Alexander Ustinov. But this side of the bracket that Lucas Brown is on, he has Oquendo next, so I expect him to win that fight and end up in this WBA final for the world title. Props to Lucas Brown for being the first Australian world champion, a heavyweight champion. Although it's not the super WBA title that we know that Tyson Fury holds over his win over Klitschko, but nonetheless, it is the regular title. Lucas Brown won it. He's the first Australian to do it. Gotta give him props for that. And I'm gonna give him major props if he wins this WBA tournament. On the other side of the bracket, you got Ortiz, Fury, Klitschko is stacked over there. So Again, my prediction was right until the 10th round, but props to Lucas Browne. His power carried him. His training, it carried him through. The sparring with Ja Opetaia, that carried him through. He should stay at this weight. Now, I don't want to see him balloon up and go back up to 260, 275. 248 is good for him. He looked, his body didn't look that flabby. He didn't look flabby at all in this fight. He used his jab. He turned, fought off his back foot. He moved his head well in this fight too. You know, he looked like a plotter at times when I watched him fight James Toney and some of the other guys, Julius Long, but Tolley, that was another fight. But he looked good tonight, man. That right hand carried him through. Looked like he was almost out of there. Looked like the fight was going to be stopped. Looked like he needed a knockout to win this fight possibly, because like I said, I had him down quite a few points. So the training, it prevailed tonight, man. Props to Lucas Browne. YTBC, I'm out.